and we were able to make some stops, and the game turned around. So, having LA and Scotty down there, they've been doing that for a while now. Even Scotty now for 3 or 4 years been playing in the finals and playing big moments. So you trust those guys. Especially Scotty just hit that big three-pointer in the Morocco series, and now he comes out and hits another big three-pointer to give us the lead. And we wanted to get the ball to LA so he could knock down free throws for us, and he did. He did a great job getting the ball and knocking them down.
Coach, there were multiple times in the game, especially in that third quarter, it looked like TNT Tropangiga was ready to break the game wide open, but you remained composed. Can you talk about the championship experience and the composure that your team held throughout this match?
I don't know if it's composure or just, but yeah, we did keep our, we were talking about that a lot. We were talking about, we got to calm out, we got to stay calm through this storm. We got to create our own storm of emotion, which we didn't have. And then we say we got to stay calm within that storm. And it's really hard to us to get up that emotion for some reason or another. I can't really tell you why not. But when they started stretching the lead out, we didn't panic. We weren't forcing things. We were still taking our time and trying to methodically work back in the game. And JD kept yelling during timeouts, one point at a time, we can make it back. And frankly, I wasn't sure. JD had more faith than me. But the way Talk Tex was playing, they were playing with such vigor. I think that's a good word for it, vigor. They were playing with such vigor today. They were so vigorous in everything they were doing in their offense and their defense. They were really making up for Bobby Ray Park's absence with effort, and both on defense and both on offense. I'm talking about effort like going to the offensive boards, effort, hard cuts, things like that. They were making up that absence. And maybe it was, the absence of Bobby Ray that kind of let us down emotionally a little bit. It's always hard to, in the back of your mind, Bobby Ray's not there, we're going to have an easier time. But of course not, because you've got Jason there, you've got, we knew Bogoy was going to go off, and he did. And, you've got Troy, and you've got a lot of players over there, and CISO. For us to think it was going to be any easier without Bobby Ray Parks was really wrong thinking on our part, and that's something we're going to have to try to correct as we go forward.
Thanks, Coach. Now welcoming our Zoom callers, starting out with Mr. Jonas Terado.
Coach, good evening and congratulations. Coach, in the third quarter, you had Jared Dillinger and Jeff Chan, and you were able to come back. Your thoughts on it?
Well, again, you got two veterans that have been through the wars, and we just chose that time to really try to spread the court and work the, we didn't use it for the whole first half and for most of the half the third quarter, and then we decided to go to our single high action, and we spread JD and Jeff in the corners, and so it was up to Stanley or Scotty at that time. I think LA was out of the game at that point, but it was up to them to try to create and draw the defense and look for these guys in the corners. And the good news was they knocked down the shots, and that kept us close. The guys back into a tie or down two, starting the fourth quarter, and then it became a regular fourth quarter. You're no longer trying to make a comeback. You're just trying to play possession by possession. So those guys were huge in that run that we had.
Thank you, Sir Jonas. Next question will be coming from Mr. Ray Copeland.
Congratulations, Coach. Hi, Coach. Scotty Thompson's greatest hits in big moments will be you. Are you surprised that he's building such a reputation?
No, not at all. That's his personality. He's a big playing guy. He's used to having that. Even in college, he had that responsibility, and he's had that responsibility for us. It's just that we've had a lot of other guys that can do it as well. Justin, of course, was always there, and LA was there. Now Stanley. But teams are slowly realizing that you can't leave Scotty open on the three-point shot. We realized that quite a while ago, but everybody has this thing that Scotty doesn't shoot well, and Scotty has really worked on his shot. He just doesn't look for it that much because he doesn't see himself as a three-point shooter. He's more of a creator for a three-point shooter. So, but when he has that opportunity, especially in the corner, he's going to knock that shot down. When I saw that pass go out to him, I was already thinking, all right, we're ahead, because I knew it was going to go in. Really, truly, I was already thinking that we were ahead. So I think the league will catch up to that pretty soon. But again, we have a lot of weapons on the floor. You're going to have to leave somebody open, and a lot of teams choose to leave Scotty open, and he'll make you pay. He wouldn't have done that earlier in his career, but now he will.
Coach, just a follow-up. The last time you were up 2-0, your team was able to sweep Veracruz. How big of a win is this in terms of building your confidence?
Well, I don't think we ever swept Morocco. If we beat them, I think it was 4-1. But we didn't sweep.
Sorry, 4-1. Yeah.
Nothing. Again, I have to say it again. We're thankful to win tonight, but we didn't play well. And just like in game one, I felt that we could have played a lot better in game one, and we were thankful to win that. We were a little bit lucky, and that was separated by one free throw. We were down all game long today, going into the last, 3 or 4 minutes of the game. So, there's not a whole lot to be, to pump your chest and say, wow, we're so much better. Look at, we're up 2-0. We can't say that. I mean, these games could have gone either way, and that means this series can turn on a dime. 2-0 lead means nothing with a team like Tonkin Teps. And I honestly, truly feel that from the bottom of my heart. And, they're just, again, the game was separated by a couple of big-time shots. We made them, they didn't tonight. And so, how can we be comfortable at this point, knowing we played and they dominated us pretty much for 2 games, and yet we were able to win?
Thank you, Coach.
Coach Ting?
Yes.
Coach, I think you mentioned in the podcast before the bubble that you're excited about Aljon. Now he's doing well, especially tonight. What's your thoughts?
Well, like I said earlier, we needed a tough guy in the game today because we weren't playing with a lot of toughness tonight. We were really lacking toughness. And Aljon just took over for us and he made a couple of big moves on his own, real strong moves, and that kind of lifted the whole team. And, that's what Aljon does for us. He's that tough guy that comes out on the floor, plays through everything. He plays through my yelling at him. He plays through, he just really just comes out to play all the time. And that's a guy that oftentimes we lack on our team. So he's super valuable, and he's been growing his game over the last 2 or 3 years, and there's been times when he's been brilliant, other times when he got buried on the bench, and he's been, he always comes back from that, and we always end up, oh, gee, where's Aljon here? We got to get Aljon out there. So right now, the combination with Aljon and Arvin, I think is a really good combination, and those guys are kind of rotating for each other at this point at that position. So again, Aljon took over the game for us because we needed toughness, and he's a tough guy. I love that term, tough guy. I think he's really a tough guy.
Thank you for all your questions, and that officially ends our post-game press conference. Once again, thank you and congratulations, Coach Limcon and Barangay Ginebra San Miguel.
Thank you. Can I just sit here for an hour? Can I not do?
That was such a weird game.